Okay, and we are back again. Piloting our island off to so wait a minute, the hurricane's over there. What layer have we just entered? Okay, no, we're about to exit the middle layer. That makes sense. We're actually kind of headed back to where we started. Let's sleep the night away. My brain, for some reason, still doesn't want to latch onto the idea of, say, pressing the A and D keys to turn the island turns the rudder, and therefore we stay at that level of rotation. Basically, the level of rotation won't undo itself. Oh, I did not even realize this was a thing. Okay, so the sails are actually, so this is a nice bit of information. Those sails up front are essentially useless. That is good to know. However, all the rudder, everything else is completely fine. So the fact that this sail setup still gets me to my maximum speed is saying a lot on the fact that just throwing more sails at it does work, even if it's not the efficient way to do things. Of course, I can't actually see what is near me right now with all of this. I'm sure there's islands in that fog bank, but I can't see them, so actually before we sail over to this island that is infected, why don't I take a moment to eat some food? And I'll lay down to recover stamina. Now this might actually be the island that Juan and Jess started on. So I don't really need more of the fibers anymore. All I need is to cleanse the island. Alright, where is the... oh, there's the last one. Between the glider and the fact that I just have to kill these, it is very easy to clear an island. And that is, there's definitely... when an island is purified, there is quite a bit of lag. I'm not sure if it's just the amount of particle effects going on or whatever. But that is certainly going to be a thing that will be hopefully figured out in the long run. And it is one of those of, even if that never really gets resolved, it doesn't really matter. Because it doesn't happen, like basically, I can't, everything dies, all the enemies die when that happens. So I'll never be stuck fighting an enemy while it's glitching out. And that'd be the real kick, that'd be the real problem. Okay, wait. You... where is somewhere where the grass is really sharp? What are you? Are you a lamp? Are you a llama? I'm not sure. You for sure look like a lamb. Okay, so you're probably the same thing. Alright, well, stay put. I'll come back and save you. Not quite what I meant to do. Okay, that should be enough cures for me. Oh man. You know, the black lamp seems to be doing okay. Okay, well, let's get my island set up underneath the other one. So yeah, I think one of the biggest things I would like is there to be like you shouldn't be able to just float upwards forever. Like it doesn't even bother me from like a logic perspective, but it just makes flying just a touch too easy. Yeah, that definitely looks more like a llama than a sheep to me, but so I don't know, like that looks like a lamb. That looks like a llama. Now I don't know if the game has sheep and llamas. Because I thought I was looking for sheep. And like, damn, that doesn't ever look like a sheep. Alright, Melody, let's go. Geronimo! Can't be good for minis. Alright, well, let's go and make some more hay. It does get me that there doesn't seem to be a machine to make this yet. Mind you, this game is still in like a pre early access state, so I don't expect for everything to exist yet. But it seems kind of weird that I can't have hay packaged automatically with some of the machines I already have. Considering I've got a machine for making, because I've got a bunch of machines that already do useful things, including a loom. Alright, I should pick the things. Which watermelon is the thing. I had watermelon, I botched up and did not. I say I have lost the watermelon. I'm like, why do I have so little of so many things? Because the seeds are here. Now let's plant some potatoes and carrots on the side, and we'll do sugar and garlic on the other side. Too dark to really see, so I'm just kind of splashing water everywhere and hoping I get it all. It should honestly work out. But if it doesn't, well, we tried. We tried, therefore no one should criticize us at all. Do I store a flower in here as well? Yes, I do. Cool. Why did I fly up there? I want to sleep through the night. Okay. So that performance decrease is not 100% consistent because this time there was no jittering and glitchiness. So I feel like the bigger islands are probably more likely that, or it's might be something to do with the amount of AI controlled enemies that are basically that die. Either way, I suspect that they're going to be able to probably fix that and get that all smoothed out. It's nice as it is to find flax and wheat. What would be really nice is finding some damn watermelon. That's the one thing I'm missing on my island right now. Now, I'm going to be limited what I can build here because I don't have access to my resources. I guess I need some cloth sail. That's gonna be very easy. Or not cloth sail, but cloth or some leaf fabric. I have tons of that. So if some are on one's island, I drop a marker. In theory, I should be able to see that marker when I'm out traveling. One's never going to return to this island, so he's never even going to find it, but I'm still going to hide it somewhere anyway. It's just who we are as people. Oh, actually, I'm going to build it in behind here. There. Now if I leave this island, okay, so now that doesn't show up when I'm just flying about. Does it? No, does it show up through spyglass? No, so I basically have to be looking at the island and it shows up the marker. So that's got to be the starting island. Super bare, it's like stripped down bare bones right now looking through the spyglass. I do hope that they find a way to make the game look better with the spyglass, basically when you're looking through the spyglass. But that is also going to be a very big challenge, so. For some reason, Jess's birds aren't feeding. They have food. I wonder if it's just no one was in the area, so that's not a thing that happened. Crops also haven't grown, and there definitely should have been enough rain to do that alone. So yeah, it's got to be nothing was loaded in the area. Ooh, I like her setup there though. A nice hobbit door. Yeah, I think the marking stone should show up the same way that your home stone does. Because having to look through the looking glass and specifically at the island to see the marker really isn't the most helpful thing. say all of those are too small to... Yeah, so we have... I don't know if that's a llama or alpaca. So we've got goats, llamas, alpacas, whatever, and sheep. Now, fortunately both my sheep are female, they are not going to reproduce. I don't know that it matters because my male goats really have not seemed to do much. Alright. Sorry, Liam. You are a expenditure of resources that I can't justify anymore. Time to find you a new home. Didn't I build on this island? Could have sworn this was the island I built my first little temporary home on. Maybe not. Oh, now right there it is. My first home away from home. And those tiny little islands below there, I would love to be able to take some of those and dock them to my larger island. That would be absolutely stellar. Okay, while we sail here, I'm going to make some mild modifications to my my island. Oh, actually, let's pull these all away. So we're going to destroy everything except for that first row, which means our island is going to be really, really slow again. That was probably not necessary. No, we don't want that, we want that. And we want these facing the right direction. It really doesn't matter, but it's going to bug me if it isn't done correctly. Okay, so the tallest that I can build is not... so what we really need is to be about 2 tall. We can do that. However, we should make sure we're spaced off from, and let's go farther forward. And now we do flooring. Nope, not what I meant to do. Okay, so is this the middle? 2 sails that way, 2 sails that way. Yeah, so actually let's just go to bed. It'll be easier to tell what we're doing in the daylight. Okay. So we fly up out of here. Okay, so that right there is where I want my first, I guess my new sail. Now this is where I would love to have ladders. I'd like to be able to put ladders up on this scaffolding. Okay, so this should fall right on that edge. Okay, fine. Well, build a staircase up for this. Okay, so there's basically 3.5 tiles between, so 1, 2, 3.5, and that'll be 1, 2, 3. So that one, we can just put the last one right on the end and make it work. See if we can just get away with 3 total. So 1, 2, 3. And then that should put 1, 2, 3. Oh no. So that spacing right there totally works to our advantage. So this should be right there. Yeah, also if I put them on the very back edge, can get away with having less. So actually if I'm going to put them on the back edge, I may as well Put the scaffolding on the front edge. Because then I can walk along the front of the sails. I feel like that's not correct. I feel like that's not the same as the others. Alright, so this should be 3. Yeah, that one is definitely not going to be the same size as the others because it took up less material. Alright, the time is fine. So then we do our 3.5. And then the last one just goes right here on the other edge. Okay, let's take a look at my detailed one now. So the sails next to each other cutting in slightly with the fact that we're not going quite with wind. As we go right with wind, every sail is really contributing the most that it can. So I'm probably getting some flicker ups from those rudders, but the rudders are each doing pretty good. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with those sails. So all my birds third bridge. So now just wanted to gain a little bit of efficiency without doing a whole bunch more work. What happens if I put some sails over here and over here? You think Miles are not around to observe my deforestation? Yeah, okay, so those extra 4 sails get us up to maximum speed. So that's pretty alright. So just see where am I on that. Well, on my way to nowhere. That's fine. But let's go for an adventure. Let's see how close we can get to that center of that hurricane. I guess every time I fly around my island stops moving. So, well, it gives me a good view of everything. It's not very helpful for progress. Now, I guess the downside of traveling parallel to the wind is basically, if I wanted to travel parallel to the wind, it would be best to have sails lined front to back. I think now that I know that this detailed mode exists, this would be a good way to sort of play around with different sail designs and see what works out best. But the front sails seem to do a good job of not getting into each other's ways at all. So basically I've got 4 sails actually working at their best capacity. if I turn a little bit like that, yeah, I get a lot more out of my sails. What happens to my sails if I go directly into the wind? Right, so directly into the wind, my sails actually do better than, hmm, I I have some conflicting thoughts on that. So I can do 54 knots directly into the wind. But if I go parallel, right there, let's find that. No, let's find that worst point right there. So with the wind at like the 10 o'clock position, I can only do 31 knots. Not a single sail is doing good, effective work here. So yeah, if I wanted to travel parallel to the wind, I would want a different sail setup. I'd want to have my sails more lined up in a row. So let's do a little science experiment here. Just chop down some trees along the edge of my island. So the trees have got to die, but it's for science. I like having these sails to collect the wood logs that would otherwise roll off the island. Yeah, let's go to bed and we'll get up in the morning and carry on with this project. Okay. So then right here, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That'll be all that we need in this area. Also take down the stone over here. It goes a nice clean outer edge of the island. Okay, now let's go do the same thing on the other side. I actually wonder if putting sails lopsided affects the island, or if the island's fine with having sails completely lopsided. Let's do the experiment. So there, we can now hit 81 knots. Actually, let's find the spot where before all of the... Okay, so no, there's this dead spot when you are running not directly into the wind, but you are running... Basically, the point you would actually want to be at for tacking is the worst place to be into the wind. You want to be directly to the wind, or be no more, like basically 90 degrees to the wind. That's an interesting choice. I feel like something there is not quite working right. Because now in the case of like boats, traveling parallel to the wind can actually get you going faster than the wind speed. You can actually get moving faster than you can go by pretty much any other wind-powered method. That hurricane's looking very, very close. We'll come back and see what happens when we hit that in just a moment. First, let's get our sails set up. So let's go for one sail right there. We want to do 5, so let's put number 3 here in the middle. So we get our 1 and 2. Man, I'm sure glad I don't need to rely on my math for any of my real life stuff. 3 is in the middle of middle between 1 and 5. But if you have to put in 1, then 3 is not in the middle. But either way, that still works out. And we've got 6 down the row of each. And that seems to work very well. Alright, so what happens if we sail into the... We glitch into the... I cannot tell where we are. More content coming soon. Hey Jess, how's it going? So we can just sail into the middle of the hurricane and nothing happens, but it gives us more content soon. So they're planning something in here? Because that'd be kind of neat. Trying to get into the eye of the storm and see what's in the middle. It's converging into this one point here. I'm just watching it hit the center of the world and the wind just stopped and stuck because I don't have any... Wait, is this it? I'm in the middle? I'm in the middle of the storm? Yeah, I just crossed over the middle of the storm, so I should be somewhere right there. I'm now basically going to sail out the other side of the storm. Well, I don't know what I expected to happen. This is this is very much obviously not finished, and I imagine either you're going to not be able to sail into here because the wind is going to buffet you away, or there's going to be a reason to come here and probably some risks along with it. I think the very first time I played the demo, you could attempt to go to the center of the hurricane, but the winds would basically there was like these big heavy gusts that would threaten to like destroy your sails. So that is still stuff that they are in active development on, but I'm also curious to see what level of content they're going to have when they actually release the game. Like, I wonder if there's going to be a like, yeah, I wonder if there's going to be story when they release early access, or if it's going to just kind of be a game where you've got your ability to go crafting, and that's about all you can do. Either way, I've thoroughly enjoyed this demo. It's been a ton of fun. Ah, there, and we're going to the back into the world. There. We are sailing out of the world, or out of the hurricane and back into the world. Oh, I did not mean to start steering back. Okay, let's come to a stop here. Let's go check out these islands and see if they have. So I'm gonna be looking on the lookout for another llama. Sweet. Find some more wool cloth, which is the thing I assume that I need to collect from sheep is the wool in order to make wool cloth. I don't know what alpacas are going to do for me though. I don't know if alpacas are just an alternate source of wool, or if they're going to give a different resource. Okay, I'm now lost in this cave. Took a wrong turn somewhere here. Oh, that way goes into the middle of the island. I don't want to go there. I want to leave the cave system. Oh, right here. So this island's got potatoes and seems to be about it. Okay, let's quickly hit up home and get through the night. Oh hey, my sheep is ready for shearing. 1 wool makes 3 wool cloth. Seems like a pretty good deal for me. So I'll put some of the wood I'm carrying. I think for food, pumpkin is the best thing. 'Cause it makes a really good food that's very nourishing, and also like basically all you have to do is run up and harvest it from time to time. There's no tilling and maintenance of the land. Alright. Oh, alpaca has grown up. And alpaca gives me wool. I'm okay with that. And Melody has grown up. Alright, let's take a moment and eat. Lay down to regain the stamina. Watch that landing. Okay, and then so there's a bit of performance glitch right there. Not when the island like probably still related to the island clearing, but not precisely time for. Are you a goat? Are you a sheep? What are you? The sheep has horns. What is... Oh hey, like a partially constructed like established like there's wood or stone structures. Someone once lived here. Ruins was the word I was looking for. Oh, this is weird. It's not level. So when you try to pilot the island, it's not level. Alright, well let's go get my island. We'll take one of those horned sheep. No, wait a minute. Which? Where is the island that I just came from? Because that was not the island there. Is that the island? Yes, that's the island. Lost it for a second in the clouds. Alright, Adrian, you're coming with me. Alright, yeah, so I guess the male sheep have horns. Alright, well I don't need a second male sheep, but I feel bad for just leaving it diseased on the island, so let's find the sheep and cure it up. And in exchange, I'm taking your wool. Alright, and while we still have our food boost, let's go clear that other small island. I feel like something needs to be done about that. That's a little too easy to just drop in an island, annihilate the tower, and move on. Actually, now that I have all this wool cloth, let's take a look. I assume that I can replace sails on a one-to-one basis. That's gonna be backwards. No, I need 26. That's more than I can currently do, so we will hold off. Hey Michael, how's it going? $66 seems a bit on the chilly side, but still plenty warm. 66 day would be nice right about now. We've been sitting around 0 degrees Celsius, which is about 32 degrees Fahrenheit. And there's 100% sun today. I mean, there's 100% sun every day. What I assume you mean is there are no clouds today. The question is always not a case on how much sun we're going to get, but rather how many clouds we're not going to get. Give me your wool. Okay, so now the birds are properly fed again. That's weird. So the birds seem to occasionally be feeding correctly and at times not feeding correctly. Alright, thank you. Contribution fur. Yeah, we are just out of our fire season. Now we see how much that contributes to our sailing versus everything else. Alright, so let's get directly behind us. So it's not getting quite a fair shot, but it is also bigger than the other sails, so I can get them bigger than the other sails. And it is definitely contributing about twice as much. Not quite twice as much, but I'd say it's at least a 50% improvement. So a bunch of those would be the way to go in the long run. You could get away with quite a bit fewer of them. But I'd have to rethink the way that I'm putting, because I want to have, like, I think if I did the sails in a V shape would probably give me the best results. But either way, I kind of think I've done what I can in the demo, and think it is time to sort of put this on a shelf for now and come back to it another time. So then I guess the only thing I need to decide is if I'm if I'm done with Aloft for a little bit, what game am I going to play instead? Okay, well, I think that's going to be it for the stream today. So thanks for tuning in. But I'm going to save and quit. And I don't know if there'll be any streams for me this week, but I will be back. You'll probably hear from me on the weekend, and you'll see me again next Monday. So take care, and we'll catch you next time.